Habibi, welcome to Saudi Pro League Central. And oh my word, what a game of football we got to witness, and what a game of football we got to see. Um, you know, I think as a footballing fan, when I initially decided to start covering the Saudi Pro League, obviously you wish for the best, and you hope that you're going to start covering a league that has some excitement, has a little bit of jeopardy, has a bit of everything really. Because for me, I'm never going to lie and say I was the biggest Saudi Pro League fan in the world before. I didn't really know. Of course, we know that every country has a league of its own, but I never knew that. Well, I never really watched the Saudi Pro League before. Excuse me, until some of these fantastic players in the UK or in the Premier League and across Europe decided to take their trade over there. Um, and the reason I bring that up is, you wish for the best. Um, you pick a team, or you say, "Do you know what, I'm gonna hang my hat on that team." And for me, I think the team that's more similar to Arsenal, um, in terms of, I don't know, just style of play and similarities that I like, is Al Hilal. But outside of Al Hilal, you want to enjoy games. You want to see jeopardy. You want to see good games. You want to see quality games. You want to see goals. You want to see a little bit of everything. And I am so glad. The first week we covered, we were really fortunate to cover the Jeddah and the Riyadh derbies. And then after that, it was Etifak against Hilal. And then it was Al Riyadh against Al Nasser. And then today, it was Al Fateh, who are in 13th position, I think, before this game was kicked, against the league leaders, who were leading by, I think, 4 or 5 points before today's kickoffs. And you think, oh, a little bit similar to last week. Ittihad are going to come here and they're just going to get a 2-0 dub at a minimum. Even if they concede a goal here or two, they will still go on to win. That's what you think. But what I thought didn't happen, and I'm so glad what I thought didn't happen. However, what I prayed for and I had hoped for happened, which was what? That Al Fateh, the home team, bring their fans egg on the team, and the team gets spurred on by the fans that are spurring them on. And in the stadium, the Al Fateh fans were going crazy, right? So it's kicked off, and you're thinking, come on, Al Fateh, do everybody in the Saudi Pro League and the world a favor here, right? And the man who has been absolutely on fire for Al Fateh in Batna. Oh my word! I mean, we put him up in the promo video, saying that obviously he's their go-to man, and he was the first person on the list for our promo for this game in terms of the live watch along, and he did not disappoint. Playing off the right, sometimes a little bit of a skill, and then going down the line, or maybe again a little bit of a skill cutting in. And my word, did he cut in, and did he give a fantastic pass into Sabai in the 10th minute? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And Sabai, back of the net, no messing about, 1-0 Al Fateh. And because it happened so early on in the game, because it happened in the 10th minute, you're a little bit scared, if I'm being honest, because you're thinking, oh my God, this is the wake-up call that Al Ittihad wanted. And now they're just going to go crazy mode. Now they're just going to go absolutely nuts, and come back and and get the goal and then go on to get the victory. But thank God it wasn't meant to be. Thank God it wasn't meant to be, because the game carried on, and it was a little bit of a crazy game, um, because Betna gets himself the opportunity to score and make it 2-0 for for Fateh. But what's he done? He has double kicked the ball. He's double kicked the ball. Referees looks at VAR, says no goal, 1-0. Ittihad are absolutely like um, buoyed by this. Ittihad are really, really spurred on by this. Ittihad see it as a lifeline. Ittihad see it as a wake-up call. And a wake-up call they did see it as, because they went on to get themselves a penalty. And in that penalty, you think, give me the top three players you would think would take the penalty for Ittihad. Because the individual that ended up taking the penalty will not be in your top three. I don't think, anyway. I don't remember him scoring or taking ownerships of penalties in the Premier League. That kind of gave it away in terms of like what I'm talking about. Maybe a little bit, because there's a few players that played in the Premier League there. But anyway, you might think this Spaniard, 20-year-old Unai Hernandez, surely he's going to ping it in. No. You might then think, the main man, Karim Benzema? No. Surely it's got to be Musa Diaby then. No. Fabinho grabs the ball, takes ownership, and says, puts it down and says, this is my penalty. And fair dues. You know, if you have the cojones like that, for me, I'm just thinking, I'm a anxiety-ridden type of guy. What position would I play if I was a player? I don't know. But anyway, I would never take ownership like that. That's for sure. Anyway, he's took ownership, and it is saved. It is saved. Oh my goodness. Al Fateh players are going crazy. They've gone over to hug Nawaf Al Aqidi. Al Aqidi is buoyed by what he's just done. I'm going crazy. The Al Fateh fans are going crazy. I think Al Hilal fans around the world are going crazy. Anybody that likes the Saudi Pro League or loves football and likes for not one team to run away with the title, like Liverpool are doing at the moment, would have been going crazy. And that's exactly what happened. 1-0, back to it. Let's go again. And then you would think that was the wake-up call that Ittihad needed. And to be fair, I'll say this. Ittihad came out the second half and they really tried to put Fateh to the sword, because it was only 1-0. They have quality, world-class players and attackers in positions all over the place, really. But they huffed and they puffed and they tried and they went and they, gave it their absolute all. But it wasn't meant to be, because in the second half, instead of Ittihad getting the goal they wanted, it was Al Fateh that went on. Vargas, oh my word, that young man, Mateus Vargas, what a player. And again, I always say this, but if I didn't take up the Saudi Pro League, we wouldn't know of these players, and the level of quality of these players. Vargas has gone in between the two Al Ittihad defenders in Danilo Pereira and Abdullah Al Amri, and he's just outpaced both of them right in between. Nippy got the ball as he's fed the ball, and he's taken on the keeper, put it to the back of the net, and that was the 69th minute, I believe it was, and Al Fateh are winning 2-0 against Al Ittihad. All hell breaks loose. By the way, I forgot to mention, before Fabinho's penalty, did I say it? I think I said it. Fateh also had a penalty. They had a penalty after scoring. And Butner, the man who's been sensational the entire game, takes it, scores, but VAR says, ref, earth to referee, earth to referee. And the referee's gone, ooh la la, I am French, what is happening? They've gone, my friend, go over to the screen. And he's like, no, not the screen, I hated it. Because that means give it a second opinion, aka give it a real opinion, because you have messed up as a referee. So he's gone over to the screen monitor and said, Button no goal, still 1-0. And then Fabinho had missed his chance as well. So now it's 2-0. Al Fateh going crazy. Ittihad fans going crazy. Up and down, up and down, up and down game in the heat of the Saudi league. And Ittihad huffing and puffing and huffing and puffing and huffing and puffing to no avail. Guys, it is the stuff of dreams for somebody like me. On 2 occasions, really. Why? On the occasion that Al Hilal are now 4 points behind Ittihad, and on the fact that on Monday, Al Hilal, we play, I believe, Al Shabab, I think we play against. If we beat them, we're going to be 1 point behind Ittihad. After that, I think it's like 4 or 5 games to go. And anything is possible in football down the straight end. Anything is possible. And I think for all Saudi Pro League fans, we want that jeopardy. We want the feeling until the last day that we're going to get a draw. We're going to get losses. We're going to get jeopardy. We're going to get things happening. We're going to get a upset, that we're going to get the game's going down right to the wire. That's what we all want, really. So to be able to have the game finish 2-0 in the end, and for Al Ittihad to lose. Now, don't get me wrong, Al Ittihad 4 points with the team and the quality of the team they have are still a fantastic team, and they still stand a enormous opportunity to go on and win the whole thing. And there might also be somebody that says, hey, look, if Al Hilal win the league every year, it's boring. So for Ittihad to give us a little bit of jeopardy, but then to go on and win the league, that is beautiful for the league, going forward. And I actually agree. I agree, not the fact that Ittihad should win, but I agree that there is always the need for jeopardy in this world that we live in. Because without jeopardy, what do we have? I'm just having a look at all the matches here, fixtures for Ittihad. Right, so they've lost 2-0 today. Then they go away on Monday Monday they're at home against Etifak. Anything can happen. Etifak are the type of team that can really spring a surprise and win. They're also the type of team um, that can be overturned by Ittihad. So I don't know how that game is going. And then Ittihad go away to Al Nassr. The GOAT Cristiano Ronaldo facing Karim Benzema, 7 p.m. Wednesday, the 7th of May. We will be there. We will be there. Is that a bank holiday? When is the bank holiday in May? Oh, it's the 5th. It's the Monday. Doesn't matter. We will be there. We will be watching that game. We are going to be live watching that game. I'm telling you now. And then they play against Al Fayha, and then they play against Al Raid, and then they play against Al Shabab, and then they play against Dama. So we are. Al Hilal have to win every game. They've got to win tomorrow, Monday, to be 1 point behind, and then you're hoping for Ittihad to draw against Etifak, and then you're hoping for them to lose against Al Nassr. That is your best bet. If that does not happen and they draw Al Nassr and they beat Etifak and they win the rest of the games, fair play, fair dues. But yo, that was amazing. I'm your man, the gentleman, and this is the Saudi Pro League Central. We bring you live watch-alongs every week. This week, today we brought you the home team of Al Fateh against Ittihad, Benzema's Ittihad. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. UK time. I don't know what time it will be for you, but 7 p.m. UK time. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's Al-Qadsiya, the dragon slayers, the giant slayers of Saudi football, are at home to a giant in Al Nassr with the giant of a man, Cristiano the GOAT Ronaldo. Make sure you're here tomorrow. Just make sure you are here tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, I'm your man, the gentleman, and Habibi. This is the Saudi Pro League Central. Love you. Thank you for watching right now. And thank you if you're going to be watching in the future. We have so much in store for you guys. In the future, I'm not going to be in this little echoey room. The things that I have in this little brain of mine is going to be transformational to live watch-alongs, fan channels, and live streaming as a whole. So yeah, make sure, baby steps. Rome wasn't built in a day, brick by brick. And tomorrow is another brick. It's Al-Qadsiya against Al Nassr, 7 p.m. UK time. Make sure you're here. Take care. Bye-bye.